I got a feeling I know where Palantir is going to be in 2025. So guys, let's get into this video. It's going to be a very exciting video because I'm going to give you some Palantir analysis and how I'm playing leap options on Palantir. Because given where the Palantir trend is going in 2025, I'm going to be supporting my opinion with evidence in this video. Given where it's going, I think it's a really smart idea to buy a leap option. So guys, I'm super excited. I'm pumped up, all right? Look, Palantir stock is up 110% in the past year. That means this idea that I've had for several years now is absolutely printing money. Now, investors are buying Palantir hand over fist, or you guys already know bicep over tricep. Yeah, I think people are just realizing that this stock is a really good stock to invest in. So specifically, Palantir's growth profile continues to improve, guys. What I'm looking at is the fundamental analysis. I don't care what other people are saying. I don't even care what the CEO always says. I look at the facts and the result. Yes, the management is very good at what they do. Alex Karp is leading the company in a really good way. By the way, Alex Karp, I have something to say about him and why I think he's a good leader in just a moment, but look, I'm going to show you the research right now. Palantir, their expense evaluation looks like a key reason why analysts are giving this stock some doubt right now. The stock is hovering around $30 per share. I mean, let's take a look at the technical analysis real quick. This stock has gone up to $32 per share. Let me get my computer right here. $32 per share, all right, but now it's pulling back to around $29.94, just a little bit under $30. I think this is the perfect entry into Palantir. I think right now this stock is in a little bit of a pullback, but we're going to get right back on track and right back into the trend. And the trend is pretty clear. Just look at the years to date, all right? So basically the stock started off at around $16 per share. We've gotten a really huge jump after earnings, after some key reports and some data I'm going to cover in just a second. Stock is right around $30. So in 2025, if we get more growth, maybe not 100%, but 67% growth, this is going to be a $50 stock. Look, guys, people have doubted Amazon. People have doubted Nvidia. People are doubting Palantir, but I'm looking at the facts. The company is growing at a very fast rate. Going from $30 to $50 will be very possible in 2025. And given that it can be a $50 stock, I'm looking at buying leap call options. That's going to be a much cheaper route of acquiring Palantir shares. Instead of having to buy 100 shares, I'm going to show you an example how you can basically control 100 shares for a much cheaper price. But first, I also want to say that 2025 for Palantir, I'm expected increased revenue, which will go into their profit margins. Now, looking at Alex Karp, he is scaling the financials right now. And guys, Alex Karp is a financial engineer. Let me repeat myself. So many people are like, you know, this person's different, that person's different. Guys, nobody is different. We're all the same. We're human beings. We all want to make more money. We all want to self-improve. Alex Karp is a financial engineer because why do you think he's working at Palantir? To change the world? Yes, that's definitely part of it. But the other part is he is making a lot of money, and that's obviously one of his goals. As a human, he's trying to get richer. Getting richer is a fundamental thing that everyone wants. Even the billionaires, they want their next $1 billion. That's what my father always told me. Humans, they always want more. We naturally just want more. If you're a billionaire, you want to be a multi-billionaire. If you're a multi-billionaire, you want to be a Deca or 100 billionaire. And if you're a 100 billionaire, you want to be a trillionaire, all right? Pretty straightforward process. That is a good thing because that means that that person is probably trying to create some value. Alex Karp is very smart. So he's creating value for the marketplace. He's increasing Palantir's revenue, which is going to go into the bottom line, which is why stocks grow to begin with. Guys, I have a degree in this stuff. I have a finance education, economics, data analytics, worked on Wall Street, and companies grow when they make more money. They don't grow when people want them to grow. They don't grow because the news said they want to grow. They grow because their financials support them growing. It has to make sense. It has to make financial sense. Alex Karp is a fantastic financial engineer. So looking at his experience, I think that in 2025, Palantir can likely make a lot more revenue. And I'm going to give you some data right now, okay? Look, statistics. Let me read this, all right? More importantly, Palantir's deal sizes are getting bigger, all right? Bigger, with the company closing 96 deals worth over $1 million or more in the previous quarter, up 66 such deals in the same period last year. What's more, the number of $10 million plus deals increased by 50% year over year to 27. So the adoption of Palantir's AI platforms increases its growth rate should also pick up in 2025 because they are building relationships. Guys, it's all about relationships in this industry. When you have a good relationship in the government sector, believe me, you put your hand in the government's pocket a little bit, you feel around a little bit, there's a lot of dough. There's a lot of dough from the taxpayers. I pay my fair share of taxes. I pay a lot of taxes. But the whole point is when you work with the government, there's a lot of money to be made. Palantir, also fantastic AI company. It's in a trend. So not only is it in a trend, it's a popular stock, it's also actually making money, okay? Looking at the deals that they're closing, they're increasing in size and quantity. Size and quantity. Those are the two things that you want to look for when you're looking at a company increasing their revenue. So now I want to jump into my screen here with Robinhood. All right. I've been doing pretty well. I want to go into my Palantir position and I am a little bit early here. I get up pretty early and I'm going to look at the leap options for you guys right now. And I'm going to show you several different plays that I think are pretty easy money plays. And, you know, considering that Palantir will likely be a $50 stock, look, I'll give you several scenarios, all right? Because obviously I'm not a genie. I'm not a scammer. I'm not trying to tell you I know exactly what's going to happen. I have a strong opinion. I think the stock will be at $50, but let's say that even if it gets to $40, let's make several different scenarios. I want you guys to think for yourselves, all right? I have a strong opinion, but I'm just trying to educate you here, all right? So look, if I go to buy call option, what we can do is we can go out into 2025, all right? So I'm going to be looking at buying a call option into 2025. I'm going to look at several different expirations. January is pretty soon, so obviously Palantir is probably not going to be a $50 stock in that short amount of a time. That's just a little bit too fast. So let's just go into March 21st, all right? Now look, if you were to buy 100 shares of Palantir for the current stock price, that's going to be $3,000. However, if you buy a call option, you can just put up $530. So you can get 1/6 of the price, all right? Now, there are some drawdowns, guys. There are some drawdowns to options, especially when you're buying options. Typically, I cover selling options for safe, consistent, passive income. That's exactly what I do in my Discord community. We're making $5,000 or $10,000 a month, and I'm coaching people hands-on and doing my trades where everyone can see what I'm doing. I'm usually not buying options, but I'm trying to give you a unique perspective and educate you on option trading in general. And this right here is a strategy that I don't usually deploy, but I think it makes sense in this scenario to buy call options on Palantir if you have a smaller portfolio or if you just want to leverage a medium-sized portfolio. So this is very, very suitable for a beginner investor or even an experienced investor to gain leverage. The whole point of options was to hedge and gain leverage. Those are the two things that options are useful for. So it is a double-edged sword. If you know what you're doing, you can actually make a lot of money on options. It's safer than stocks. There's proof and research. I have that proof and research in my Discord. It's documented, well documented. Now, also, you can make a lot more money at a higher risk. You choose. You have the control and power with option trading, which is what I love about it. You get to choose. Do you want to be a safe passive investor or you want to bet everything? You want to bet the farm and try to get rich quick? It's up to you. This is more of that higher risk, higher return strategy. So going for a $30 call option, right here, you put up $530 and I'm going to go into the delta. The delta here is really high. Notice that the delta right now is 0.6. That means that there's a 60% chance that this option will expire in the money. That's actually very interesting because typically an option that's right at the money will be around a 50 delta. Palantir, the options are actually pricing in a move upward. That's why the delta is 0.6, even though the option, the call option is at 30 and the stock is at 30. That's crazy. That means that Palantir is likely to rise. So let me tell you what will happen here. The break even here is 35. So if Palantir reaches $40 per share, you will have a gain of $10. 40 minus your strike price of 30. You have a gain of $10. You put up $5, you have doubled your money, okay? You have $10 that you have made and then $5 that you have spent. So you have doubled your money in that example. Now, if Palantir goes to 45, you will now be up $15 and you've paid $5. In that case, you can triple your money. If Palantir goes up to the full $50, which is very, very possible, but the chances are gonna be, let's go to the chances actually. I'll show you what the chances look like. Actually, there is no 50 strike, so you can only go up to the 45 strike. Currently, Palantir Palantir is in such a bullish move that they haven't even made the strike price of 50 just yet, which is why you can go to a different expiration date. So let me go to an expiration date that's, well, actually you can go even out to 2026, which is basically the end of 2025, and we still don't have the $50 call option. So at most, you can just buy the $45 call option. Here, it's going to be pretty interesting because this is the end of 2025, early 2026. If you buy a call option here, your break even will be pretty high. I don't know if I would really recommend this. The delta is still 0.41. So I would just prefer the first example that I showed you. And the reason for that is because I think Palantir will be bullish. And I'll show you what the 35 call option can look like. 35 call option will be a little bit lower premium. You can put up $3.40 at the 35 strike, and the break even here is going to be around $38.40, not $38.33. That's a little bit of an issue on Robinhood. And basically, I'm bullish on Palantir. I think it's a smart idea to leverage some of your money to buy some leap options with it, especially if you want more leverage. If you have a bigger size portfolio, then I would just continue running the wheel strategy. And I just covered Palantir a couple of days ago, so make sure to check out that video and just keep running my bread and butter safe strategies of selling puts and covered calls. Thanks so much for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks guys so much for watching the video. Make sure that you're subscribed for more updates on Palantir, NVIDIA, option trading, and all the good stuff that I have to offer to teach you how to make consistent, safe, passive income selling options. I'm here for you. Let's make some money.